I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you. First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for watching this show. For the ones who are new with drawing in ASCII, don't worry, it's very easy. To draw in ASCII, you need a text editor that supports colors, a personal computer, and a keyboard. We're gonna make the entire drawing using these alt codes. Let's start with something that makes us all happy. The sky. With some Viagra blue, I'm gonna draw the sky. Don't worry to press your keys too hard. That doesn't affect the characters appearing on your screen. A nice sky deserves a nice grass field. The kind of grass you walk on. We're going to use a Viagra blue background and a Kermit green foreground. Just type randomly the mentioned alt codes and it looks like a real field. There. Don't try to copy exactly what I'm doing here. The drawing is your own world, your own friendly world. The sky looks a little empty, so let's draw some clouds. I use a little Betty White with a tiny bit of Viagra blue. See? Pretty clouds. Let's get serious. What about some mountains? I use a little George Clooney grey as a foreground and some Betty White as a background for mountains. Just use the mentioned characters randomly and it looks like a real mountain. If you cook a meal for a friend and it looks terrible, always say it's a mountain. People like mountains. We use the same random technique to draw a lake. Do you know that lake is also a Dutch word? It means amateur. The father of my cousin was Dutch, and he was the best wheat farmer I've ever seen in my life. Let's build some bush. There. You know, my mother-in-law voted for Bush. She is a Democrat, but she liked his family name. I agree with her. I like Bush, especially Red Bush. You know, let's change the landscape. In our fantasy world, everything is possible. Let's make trees of the bush. Now our pretty drawing is finished. I hope you enjoyed our work together, and I hope to see you next week in the Joy of ASCII.